father, the eldest son of the Duke of Bridgewater, fled to this country about the end of the last century to breathe the pure air of freedom. Married here and died, leaving his son, his own father, dying about the same time. The second son of the late Duke seized the titles and the estates. The infant real Duke was ignored, and I am the lineal descendant of that infant. I am the rightful Duke of Bridgewater, gentlemen, and here am I, forlorn, torn from my high estate,
Oh, brother.
hunted by men, despised by the cold world, ragged, worn, heartbroken, and degraded to the companionship of fellows on a raft.
Oh, brother.
Oh, now, don't go crying there, Mr. Duke. I'm powerful sorry for you.
Thanks, Aloysius. That helps some.
If there's anything we can do to help you now.
Well, now, if you was to bow to me when you speak or call me your lordship, I wouldn't mind. In fact, I wouldn't mind if you called me plain Bridgewater, because after all, that's a title, not a name.
Of course, your lordship.
Then if you want to wait on me dinner time, not that I like it, but it's what I've always been used to.
You hear that, Jim? I reckon I'll have to learn you to say, would your lordship like a drink of water right now?
Won't be necessary. Would your lordship like a drink of water right now, sir?
That's good. You've got the idea fine.
I regret to say, brother, but you ain't the only man who's had troubles like that.
No?
No, you ain't. You ain't the only person that's been snaked down wrongfully out in a high place.
No?
No, you ain't the only person that's had a secret of his birth.
Hey, hold on. What do you mean? What?
Billswater, can I trust you?
To the bitter death. The secret of your being. Come, man, speak.
Billswater, I am the late Dolphin.
You're the late what?
Yes, my friend, it is too true. Your eyes is looking at this very moment on the poor disappeared Dolphin, Louis the 17th, son of Louis the 16th, and Mary Antoinette.
Oh, you at your age? No. You mean you're the late Charlemagne. You must be 600 or 700 years old at the very least.
Trouble has done it, Billswater. Trouble has done it. Trouble has done these gray hairs and this premature multitude. Yes, gentlemen, you see before you in blue jeans and misery. The wandering, exile, trampled on and suffering rightful king of France.
The king of France? The son of the king of France.
The king of France by now. And if you want me to feel a bit easier and better, if you was to get on one knee when you spoke to me and always call me your majesty and always wait on me first at meals and don't sit down in my presence until I ask you, that'd help a lot. Yes, sir, your majesty.
Why should you be served first? What's this about sitting down in your presence?
Now, Billswater, we oughtn't to fight. My father was very friendly with your great-grandfather and all the other dukes of Billswater. And they was a good deal thought of by my father and was allowed to come to the palace considerable. Billswater?
Now, don't call me Billswater. Breakwater.
Bridgewater, you and I should be friends.
Well, all right. Very well, your majesty.
Yes, you're great.
Like as not, we're going to be together a blame long time in this boy's raft,
Right,
King.
brother.
So what's the use of our being sour, Only make things uncomfortable. Ain't my fault I weren't born a king, is it? Ain't your fault you weren't born a duke. So what's the use to worry? Make the best of things the way you find them, says I. That's my motto.
Mine too, brother.
This ain't no bad thing that we've struck here, you know. Plenty of grub, an easy life. Come on, give us your hand, King. Come on, let's be friends.
Friends, now and forever. Now and forever. Now and forever.
King.
Yeah, what is it, Billswater?
I got some plans hatching in my head. You know, there's a revival meeting just brewing down the river a piece, and I've got a hankering to tread the boards again. I can teach the king here, my friends, some of the fine rudiments of acting.
Billswater, I've been looking at your handbills about your being Garrett the Younger of Drury Lane, London, and I think maybe there's as much to be made out of this play acting business as in a revival meeting. Anyways, I'm just a freezing for something fresh anyway.
Well, fallen grandeur, the first good town we come to, we'll just hire a hall and do the sword fight from Richard III. And in the balcony scene, we'll do, Romeo and Juliet. Of course, I always have to do my specialty, the soliloquy from habit.
Well, that's all right by me, Duke, but right now I got a hankering for bed, and it's mighty wet tonight. I'm plagued out, what with this exercise I've been having today. What do you say we turn in?
Well, if our pleasant young host will show us the beds in question, I'll be willing to join you in nocturnal repose, your majesty.
Billswater.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 beds.
Yes, my son?
Jim's and mine. Mine's a bit better, being a straw tick, and Jim's is a shuck tick.
Well,
There's always cobs in a shuck tick.
Well, now, son, I'll just take your bed.
Your Grace, Billswater, I sort of reckon the difference in rank would have suggested to you that a corn shuck bed weren't just fitting for me to sleep on. Your Grace will take the shuck bed.
I will not.
Oh, yes, you will.
Oh, no, I won't.
Billswater,
Yeah, right, Your Grace. Well, it seems to be my fate always to be ground into the mire under the heel of oppression. Misfortune has broken my once haughty spirit. I yield. I submit. 'Tis my fate. I'm alone in the world. Let me enjoy my suffering. Let me alone to suffer. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Go away. Ladies and gentlemen, hurry, step this way, one night only. The world-renowned tragedian, Davy Garrick the Younger and Edmund King the Elder, of the Royal Haymarket Theatre, Whitechapel, Pudding Lane, Piccadilly, London. London, gentlemen, London, England. In their sublime Shakespearean revival, step right this way, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to Hamlet's immortal soliloquy by the illustrious Garrick, done by him 300, mark you, 300 consecutive nights in Paris. In Paris, France, gay free, boys, and gay free. Here for one night only on account of imperative European engagement. Step right up, hurry. Ladies and gentlemen, admission 25 cents, children 10 cents. 10 cents a thin dime, the 10th portion of an hour. Hurry. The style, man. That's all. To be or not to be.
That is the bear, Barkin, that makes calamity so long life.
For who would fathers bear?
You, bird of wood, to come to Dunsinane.
There's the respect must give us pause.
For who would bear the whips and scorns of time?
The oppressors roam.
When churchyards yawn in customary suits of solemn black.
But that the undiscovered country from which born no traveler returns.
Breathes forth contagion of the world.
And thus the native hue of resolution.
Like the poor cat in the attic.
Is sicklied o'er with care.
A consummation devoutly to be wished.
But soft you, the fair Ophelia.
Hope not thy ponderous and marble jaws. What gets thee to a nunnery, make up.
And damn be he who first cries hold. Enough!
I stuck right to the end, Mr. Wells, because it ain't often you get a chance to hear the greatest poetry ever written recited as smart as all that. But when they started to do it the fourth time, I kind of figured I'd got everything worthwhile out of it already. So I thought I'd go, particularly when I noticed a lot of people on the outside of the crowd with buckets of tar in their hands. It wasn't going to be healthy around there in a little while. That wasn't hard to see. So I beat it out and made it just as quick as I could down to the river to where I'd left Jim in the raft. Hey, Jim, set her loose, Jim. We're all right now. I ditched him. We're shut of him. Jim. Hey, Jim. Jim, where are you, Jim? Hey, boy.
Hey, you.
Hey, you know anything about a slave that was dressed in brown pants and a blue shirt, one sleeve tore off?
Sure.
Whereabouts?
Down to Silas Phelps' place. Someone to catch them.
Catched him.
Said it was a runaway slave from New Orleans.
Where's the Phelps place?
About 2 miles down the way. Hey, you got a corner back on you?
I didn't wait to answer him, Mr. Wells. I was too full of trouble. Full as I could be, losing Jim that away. And I knew there wasn't but one thing to do. Light out for the Phelps place and just trust to luck. I must say, my luck held out.
Be quiet, Tom.
Good morning, ma'am. Is this the Phelps place?
It is, but you man alive, it's you, lad, ain't it?
Well, Mom.
I wouldn't have known you. You don't look much like your mother's. I reckon you would. Did you get your breakfast on the boat, Tom?
Yes, ma'am. I got it on the boat.
We've been expecting you for days, Tom. What kept you? Won't get aground?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's your brother Sid?
Sid, Mom?
Yes, didn't he come with you?
No, Mom. Sid didn't come.
Well, he was supposed to.
Hey, Sally. The boat ain't come in yet.
Oh, there's your uncle now. What do you mean, Silas, the boat ain't come in?
Well, if it did, it just come. Well, who's that?
I'm Sid, sir. I mean, Tom. Yes, sir. Tom Sawyer.
And who's that?
Who is who?
Coming up the road there. Who's that?
Excuse me, ma'am. I didn't mean what I said. I'm Sid.
What?
Well, then, who's that?
Well, who you reckon it is?
I ain't got no idea. Who is it?
Tom Sawyer.
Just 1 minute, Huck. Did you say Tom Sawyer?
Aunt Sally said Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer? Our Tom Sawyer?
Well, there ain't never been but one Tom Sawyer.
That's right, Huck, but still...
Well, you can imagine, Mr. Wells, by this time I was so confused I most slumped through the floor. But if the old man and the old woman were joyful, it weren't nothing to what I was. For it was just like being born again. I was so glad to find out who I was. I had only one worry now. That was to get to Tom before he got to the farm and tell him the way of things. Whoa, boy. Whoa now. Hold on there, Tom Sawyer. Stop a minute.
Huckleberry Finn. What do you want to come back and hurt me for?
I ain't come back, Tom. I ain't been gone.
Honest Injun, Jane the Coast?
No, I weren't ever murdered at all. I played it on him, just to get away from Pat. You come here and feel me if you don't believe me.
I reckon you're real, all right.
Now, Tom, there's something going on here. Nobody don't know it but me. And that is, there's a slave here that I'm trying to steal out of slavery. And his name is Jim. Old Miss Watson's Jim.
What, Jim?
I know what you'll say. You'll say it's dirty, low-down business. But what if it is? I'm low down and I'm going to steal him, and I want you to keep mum, not let on. Will you?
I'll reward that, Huck. I'll help you steal it. Where do you reckon Jim is?
In a little cabin just back of the barn.
You mean that little old shed?
Yep, it's as easy as pie stealing a body out of there.
Yeah, that's the trouble. This whole thing is just as easy as can be. And so that makes it so rotten difficult to get up a difficult plan. You gotta invent all the difficulties. Now, you gotta have a rope ladder, and you gotta shimmy down it and break your leg in a moat. Gee, I wish there was a moat to this cabin. You know, if we get time tonight, we'll escape with a big one, huh?
But what if we... Oh, what do we want of a moat when we're going to snake Jim out from under the cabin?
No, wouldn't do. Yeah, there ain't necessity enough for it, huh?
Necessity enough for what?
Why, I just saw Jim's leg off.
Good land, what do you want to saw his leg off for anyway?
Well, some of the best authorities has done it. They couldn't get the chain off, so they just cut the hand off and shoved. And a leg would be better still. So we'll let it go. But he can have a rope ladder. We'll tear up his seats.
What in the nation can he do with a rope ladder?
Do with it? He can hide it in his bed, can't he? That's what they all do. And he's got it, too. Huck, you don't ever want to do anything that's regular.
Well, all right, Tom. Fix it your own way. But if you'll take my advice, you'll let me borrow a sheet off in the clothesline.
And borrow a shirt, too.
What do we want of a shirt?
For Jim to keep a journal on.
Journal, your granny. Jim can't write a...
I suppose he can't write. He can make marks on the shirt, can't he? If we make him a pen out of an old pewter spoon or a piece of old iron barrel hoop or a brass candlestick or something.
And what'll he make ink with?
Iron rust and tears. But that's the common sort. The best authorities use their own blood. And Jim can do that. And when he wants to send any little common, ordinary, mysterious message to let the world know where he's captivated, well, he can write it on the bottom of a tin plate with a fork and throw it out the window. The Iron Mask always done that, and it's a blame good way, too.
Jim ain't got no tin plates. I feed him in a pan.
Well, we'll get him some.
Can't nobody read his plate.
That ain't got nothing to do with it, Huck. And all he's got to do is to write on the plate and throw it out. You don't have to be able to read it. Why, half the time you can't read anything a prisoner writes on a tin plate or anywhere else.
Then what's the sense in wasting the plate?
Why, blame it all, it ain't the prisoner's plate.
Well, it's got to be somebody's plates, ain't it?
I reckon we'll have to dig him out with our case knives, then.
Tom, there just ain't no sense in using case knives to dig Jim out in that cabin.
Well, you wouldn't want us to use shovels, would you? It's too easy.
But confound it, it's foolish, Tom.
It don't make no difference how foolish it is. It's regular. It's just gotta be done this way, Huck. Sometimes it takes weeks and weeks and weeks and forever and ever. Well, one prisoner dug himself that way out of the Castle Deep in the harbor of Marseille. How long was he at, do you reckon?
I don't know.
37 years. And he come out in China.
But Jim don't know nobody in China.
Silas, this letter. Don't betray me. I wish to be your friend. There is a desperate gang of cutthroats from over in the Indian Territory going to steal your runaway slave tonight. I am one of the gang that have got religion and wish to quit it and lead an honest life again and will betray the hellish design.
Well, then everything's all right.
They will sneak down from Morford's along the fence at midnight with a false key and go in the slave's cabin to get him. I am to be off-piste and blow a tin horn if I see any danger. But instead of that, I will bawl like a sheep soon as they get in and not blow at all. Then whilst they're getting his chains loose, you slip there and lock them in and can kill them at your leisure. Don't do anything but just the way I'm telling you. If you do, they will suspicion something and raise hoops down to you. I do not wish any reward, but to know I've done the right thing. An unknown friend. Silas, you've got to do something.
What, Sally?
Oh, we've got to get help, Silas. Round up men from the village with guns. Bring them here at once. Silas!
What is it? The house is full of men with guns. Yeah? Is that so? She hit that Billy? How many? Most 100. Why, that ain't nothing. If it was over to do it, I bet you could fetch 200. See if we could put it off. Now, what's in? Right here. You all set?